You want to save the game manually? Yes, please. And I will, yeah, we'll do it right here for slot 2. The game is being saved. You want to go here? That's our first game. Let's do that right there. No, we don't want to do that. Back. Goodness, Frau Moin, you gave us quite the scare. Where am I? Your room. Claus brought you here after the earthquake. Brought the doctor as well. She gave you a good check, but said you'd be fine. I'll let you get settled in, Frau Moin. Do call reception if there's anything you need. Ugh. That was a rough first. That was only the afternoon. Now we're in evening. News anchor. In local news, a minor earthquake was registered in the village of Hinterburg this afternoon. Hinterberg is well known as a hotspot of magic ever since its 25 dungeons appeared. It's over 3 years ago. Major Karen Wagner gave the following statement earlier tonight. My experts have assured the situation, and everything is fine, really. The ground shook a little, sure. Unusual things happen in Hinterburg every day. We restricted access to some of our dungeons while we assess the situation. But so far it appears no property damage and nobody got hurt. There's no way I'm gonna go to sleep tonight. Well, I close my eyes and I see the ground crumbling beneath me. I'm running for my life. I need a drink. I need a train ticket. I need to work at a law firm and be a normal person. Seems like our protagonist is having a little bit of anxiety. The evening air is nice and fresh. The wind carries the songs of drunk adventurers. How can they go straight from mortal danger to parting and is beyond me? Rough first day? Yeah, you could say so. I've seen your share a dozen timers. Always the same thing. This was a mistake. I was looking forward to my holiday here. I don't know what I was thinking. How is this even legal? It brings in the big bucks. That's how. You don't mind if I sit? Go right ahead. I don't bother. So you were in a dungeon right before the earthquake hit. Wow, talk about a first bad day. I was running from... The whole dungeon came coming down. I don't think I've ever been so scared. Yeah, I was up on Doberkurgel. It was quite a shock. So you're not the type who thinks they're invincible. And you don't look like someone who doesn't like this kind of thing for social media clout. What exactly do you think you were going to find here? You ever feel like you've been doing the smart thing all your life, and it's been getting you nowhere? Nah, can't say that's me. Me, I just keep hearing about this place and thought, this is a big deal. It can turn into a theme park all they like, but magic in our lifetime? That's huge. I'd be like to where other things happen. Look, tomorrow you're gonna learn your first spells. Do that before you go home. There's something primal about engaging with magic. It centers you. No offense, but you look like you could use some centering. Give it another day or two. Believe me, you're missing out if you don't. That's our first friend of Alex, trying to find us there. And she's going to be your central friend for the most of the game. For the most part. Alright, day 2 in our adventure here today. I slept deeply tonight. Deeper than in a long time. Usually my dreams about being me. Me at a university. Me at the office. Me listening to my flatmate Carol doing all about her day. Tonight I didn't dream at all. I'm just not there. I feel so rested. I wish I could feel that someday. Sometimes you fall asleep and found out you wake up and you're still feeling so tired. I booked this. I paid for it. Some part of me thought I needed it. I'm going to listen to this part of me for a change. See what comes of it. Oh, hello. Oh, Lou hasn't packed their bags yet. I decided I'm not going back to being a lawyer for a little longer. Glad to hear it. There's a dungeon up on Durkenburgel. That's perfect for first-time spellcasting. They mark it on your map. Take the cable car up to the mountain. Then it's a short hike, couple of monsters, a few puzzles, nothing you can't handle. You let me know how it goes, yeah? Starting out, it's our next quest. So alright, now we have basically our map. We don't have access to these areas just yet. But every map will basically tell you exactly what dungeon is available and basically when you can actually do it. Basically, if you have a level 1 boss, because you can tell you see your attack rating and your defense rating is 1. So anything that's marked as level 1, you can go through with virtually no problem. If you try to go into levels 3 or 5, you're most likely going to get yourself walloped. And basically, most of the dungeons that are harder up are basically blocked by Moog Rush fights. And they're basically with higher level enemies to boot that are basically level 5 and level 7. So bear in mind. So, and every time you get to noon, every time you go to morning though, you have to go to one area every day. So, let's go to Hinterburg. I know I'm basically butchering that very badly. So we get access to our first area of the game in the noonday of day 2. As we enter our new area, and we get access to the mountains. Nice, cool, crisp Alps, the Alp countryside. Unlock new fast travel point, the mountain station. Alright, so let's get into the aspects of what this is for starting out. You have your status screen here, and you put the pause menu. You can basically see what you can save your game, tutorials, and everything. I'm going to, actually, I'm going to set the music down just a tad bit. That might be just a little bit loud. So I'm going to move this down to 70 on everything. I should have done that earlier, but maybe that'll be better for us in the end. So, you have basically 4 stats to consider here. Renown, amusement, familiarity, and relaxation. These things will basically go up within time with interactivity as well as doing certain quests. Certain quests are basically talking to people will basically increase these by amount, and activities will. You also have your MP, HP, and MP right there, and you have your physical attack, defense, magical attack, and magical defense, and what those ratings will tell you are. The next step is your map. So basically, you can see exactly where you can go anywhere. Anything that's dark is where you haven't explored yet. And basically, you can, after you've unlocked the fast waypoints, you'll basically have almost everywhere you can fast travel anywhere. Then you have your advanced inventory, which is started out with your gear. You can also change attack conduits, which we don't have yet, charms that we don't have yet, potions that we don't have yet, and you can change outfits and gear as well. Then you have your log, which has all your quests you can do, main quests and side quests, and also the stamp book as well. Let's get to the stamp book here. So every dungeon will actually have the commemorative coin, which you can see in the top left of every area. Also the stamp as well. You'll be collecting all these stamps basically to beat the game with. Anyway, let's get back here. We have some more drops here. Magical elements, those things will not come into focus until later, but you might as well collect them up anyway, because it's just, free stuff to collect. I've already completed 3 of the 7 dungeons in Durkenburg. I'm hoping to find the 4th today. And also the fact that if you're not fast traveling, the level will basically tell you exactly where to go with sign maps. Well, Manslayer, welcome to Durkenburg, where the Tazelworm burrows. What exactly is this place? This is our kids area. Never early to start training if you want to be a pro. People take their families here? I know, isn't it great? Fresh mountain air, physical exercise, and the little ones get so excited when they see it perch it. Wait, is this your first day? Second day. I did the beginner dungeon yesterday. Whoa, so you haven't done any spell casting yet? This is so exciting. You have to head down that trail. It's really just a short hike until you get the Skills Shrine. Skills Shrine? What's that? It's where you get your powers for this area. Real life magic powers. Hey, if it's your first day up here, let me give you a couple of health potions. I'll be working on all day, anyway. So she gives us 3 small health potions. Man, this lady is very nice. So we're going to set these things here into... in this screen, you can assign potions to quick slots. Potions in inventory are listed above. Notice the potions Maria has just given you above. There are 3 quick slots available. Each slot can be filled with an infinite number of potions of one type, so you can cycle between next slots. Assign the slots here. There we go. We have our potions here. Good. Have fun, yeah? This is going to be so cool. And so, yeah, Maria here, she's going to be one of the characters you'll basically interact with throughout your adventure, so bear that in mind. But look at this beauty, though. Like, the cel-shaded graphics of the mountain are just awesome. Abandoned mine shaft and the skill shrine. Hey, that's where I need to go. Let's head off that way. Also, the game will also show you what quest line you're doing on the map, telling where you need to go and when to do it. Oh, we got ourselves next fight. Kill these old critters. Hey. So if you're low on health or something like that, you know, or low on magic power, just hit him with a heavy attack and get your magic back. We'll see when we actually get to the magic portions. What about you? You look new. Are you into the skill shrine? Have fun. Using magic for the first time was one of the best moments of my life. I would say if you're using magic for the first time, that is kind of weird in that regard. So we got abandoned mine shaft, but it's blocked by rocks. Of course it is. It means we can't enter the abandoned mine shaft until we get to our next dungeon. That's interesting. Oh, hey. Who's this guy? Perch it, Pixel Nix! Blood just shrink! Bless you. Oh, and you, my friend. Bless you, too. Blitz, Birch, Hornbungas! This is a skill shrine, right? I was told I'd get magic spells somewhere around here. It most certainly is. And what are you doing? So what exactly are you doing here? Prodding the shrine? Prodding? It's what we do in science when we don't quite have the faintest idea of what's going on. The monsters here all take shape of alpine mythical creatures. So I'm shouting their names at the top of my lungs, see if that does anything at all. What exactly are skill shrines? Can you tell me more about them? Ah, the shrines. There are points of convergence, nexus, where the conduits of magical energy run together and give people spells and whatnot. The spells are different in every area around Hinterberg, and they only work in the area where you receive them. This shrine, for instance, will give you magic spells that you can only use on Dorkengurgle. How do I pick up the spells from this thing? Oh, that part is quite simple. You want to position yourself 2 or 3 meters from the shrine, you gaze at it deeply as you would into any abyss. You focus, and then it just happens. That's it? It just... Oh boy, what's happening? Oh goodness! This purple magic's around me! So yeah, we get our 2 new spells that are only useful in this area, and the dungeons themselves also use these powers too. So we got our first of 2 magical skills. We have the Wrecking Ball. This main skill button using the LB button. You can hold the aim, you can drop it as a heavy ball and basically run around and you can basically hold down buttons and whatnot, but also it can detonate it again for a small bomb. Pretty handy. You also have the Ball and Chain. You get your range skill ability. Hold the skill button to aim, release, and send a metal ball attached to a chain. The second press will pull it back. So if we want to grab anything from a range, we grab that. Yes, it just happens. And now I suggest you explore the new magical skills. Prod them if you will. They might be useful in ways you never expect. You seem to have this all figured out. You want to come with me and join me in the dungeon? Heavens, no. My studies aren't nearly advanced enough to attempt a dungeon. Alright, well, that's good for me. So we'll head out here. So yeah, we have our magic power, but now we have a ball and chain ability, which now we can access this. We can actually hit stuff from range. Now, magic is kind of weird in this game. When you're not in combat, okay, main skill. You want to look at wall strange or fragile, detonating a wrecking ball to it like this. Huzzah! There we go. Magic is interesting in this game. If you're not in combat, magic is infinite. But when you're in combat, magic is not infinite. It's kind of a weird quirk. So it means that, I would imagine because they don't want you out of magic for too long. So they want you to explore, because the magic is, again, for the most part, magic is not really combative. There are combative magic powers you get, but more often than not, the magic powers are just there for kind of like exploration purposes. Nothing really more than that. Oh boy. Once we come around here, we have Colbandine, our new magical element. Again, those will come into later once we... I mean to get up there. I want to run off the ledge, game. Thank you. Run, run, run! There we go. Huzzah! And also, if we can get to the access to the mountain lodge, I want to get that... Oh, we can't get access to it because these cows are in the way. Let's leave these cows alone. But also the fact that every checkpoint we come across, if you see a map on their way to travels, that's a fast travel point. So now you can basically fast travel here whenever you need to. Also, you might find trash. That's going to come into a moment later, and it's really just for money. Yeah, trash gives you money later on. Bear in mind about that. What are you? Those magical skills are sure something. Hey, have you tried using the ball chain spell on those green slimy things yet? Turns out you can pull on them. So yeah, we have our new, we can use our ball and chain to basically pull down objects from afar. Bear in mind, you're going to be using this later on in later dungeons in this area, and it's going to be... What's up here? More stuff to collect? Ooh, there's a chest up here, too. The blue lid chest, I'll take that. 3 small potions. Now you have 6 of those bad boys. And you can hold as many small potions or any potions you want. There's no limit on the potions, so that's actually pretty nice. Oh, now we got ourselves our combat magic. In combat, your magic abilities cost MP. The green bar on the top left corner of your screen shows how much MP you have left. MP regenerates when you hit monsters with your sword, particularly when using heavy attacks. So we have a new enemy type. We have like this brawler guy, this guy with the log. This guy can be a little pain in the backside for first-time players, as he has an AoE attack and it's very annoying. But every time an enemy's gonna do an AoE attack or a very deadly attack initially, you'll see like a light going around them. So it means that if you're outside the light, you are going to be okay. Bear that in mind. Now, there aren't really, again, as I said before, I think I said this before, there are no technically levels in this game. There are no, like, XP or anything of that sort. Your combat skill is relatively on what was your magic power is at, what charms. Your skill goes up depending on the charms, your attack charms, your attack conduits when we get access to them. But once, when you get access to them, your skill and defense goes up depending on your gear and everything. Think of like as Breath of the Wild, a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where basically there isn't much of a leveling up system. It's more of, the more heavier gear you have, the better you're going to hold out in battle. So bear in mind, and there is some unique charms and everything that you can grab late in the game. And it basically makes your sword power and sword attacks go way off the charts. It is insane how powerful you can really become by end game. It really is a shocker. Good. Alright, come up here. And up here. Hey, there's our guy up here. New dungeon discovered. Yeah, correct. Really wrecked this place. See these pile of rocks in that ladder there? That wasn't there before. I was so looking forward to this dungeon. There's gotta be a way to clear those rocks. You know, we just can't, you know, combat our way up there, you know? But, you know, jumping is not a thing in this game, or at least auto-jumping. So what we have to do is basically put down your bomb guy thing right here. It rolls into there, then activate this. This is how you basically combat your magic powers together. Also, if you see a ladder, you can automatically climb it up. There you go. If you're falling down ladder and hold down the A button, you can just slide down ladders. So, yeah, kind of nice in that regard. Also, every dungeon also has a fast travel point next to them. So if you want to, so if you didn't complete a dungeon or any of that sort, or you just, or because even though you can actually not even, oh, we have a new sword. I'll take that new sword, thank you. We have Nouvelle Hearts 1000. It basically gives you more physical attack, more magical attack, and slots up by 2. Slots is basically how much stuff you can enhance your sword with, but we don't have access to actually enhancing our swords yet. But magic regen up is nice. That'd be nice. There we go. So it means our heavy attacks can give us better. Alright. I think it's only fair that we go into our first dungeon, the Abandoned Mineshaft. Let's go. Another world heat emits from this portal. Am I ready to do this? It looks like these signs tell Slayers how tough the monsters are in each dungeon. Monster of 1. Alright, let's give this a try, because now our attack rating is now 2, because we have a better sword now. Enter this dungeon, time will advance. Let's go into our first official, well, technically now our second official dungeon. Let's do this.